Hi, my name is Renee and welcome to Pawsitive Solutions, where we find positive solutions to your dog's most common behavioural issues. Join me where I speak with Caroline Pope, animal communicator and animal therapist, about the issue of biting and what to do about it. Here I am at Key Crystals in Glen Huntly Road, Caulfield, with Caroline Pope, Australia's leading animal communicator and animal therapist. Caroline, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
First of all, who do we have here?
This is Serkan, the Anatolian Shepherd.
You are very handsome, and he knows it by the looks of it.
Oh, he keeps being told every day. Don't you, little one? Huh?
So tell us, what is the name of your company, Caroline?
Caroline Pope, Animal Communicator, Craniosacral and NES Therapist, or CST NES Therapist.
Quite the mouthful.
It is, isn't it?
So tell us, what is your company about and what do you do?
Animal communication. I'm the only animal communicator I know that hasn't seen Dr. Dolittle, believe it or not. I will get to it one day.
One day. So what is animal communication?
Telepathics. A mother takes her baby into the hospital and she says, I don't know what's the matter with my baby, but I know there's something wrong. The doctors always listen. There usually is. That's telepathics. Craniosacral therapy is derived from osteopathy. It's a very, very light therapy. Literally, the most you do is, most pressure there is of a 5-cent piece on the body.
Okay.
Moves a lot, but very little. So it's great for old, newborns, all that kind of stuff. NES therapy is cutting-edge quantum technology, detecting and correcting the body field of animals and or humans.
Okay, and how does this relate to solving behavioural issues within dogs and other animals?
With the NES therapy, it will literally show you where all the energetic blockages are and essentially what's causing them, whether we're not pulling in enough energy, whether there's blockages in the meridians, the brain, holograms, those sorts of stuff.
Right.
Cranial helps a lot with pain. And obviously pain is just such a big and undetected problem in many, many so-called behavioural problems. There was a very recent study done this year in Europe with a lot of vets and behavioural specialists that were saying 80 to 90% of dogs with storm phobias, noise phobias, all that sort of thing, have undetected pain. Now that's a huge number.
That is huge.
It is.
And the thing is, with our pets, you know, we don't know if they're in pain.
No.
We want to ask them, we want them to tell us, but we just don't know how to communicate.
And because a dog is a dog, they will not show signs of weakness, because in the wild, if you do, you're pulled down by other members of the pack. So naturally, they won't show pain.
Right, so they actually don't really want to communicate to us.
They don't show pain because it's essential. It's a survival instinct. It's like breathing.
Right. Well, that all makes sense. So tell me, what are some of the common behavioural issues that you've come across in your line of work?
Barking, digging, jumping fences and biting.
And biting. Tell us about biting.
Shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
There is no such thing as a bad dog. There are, however, dogs that have been set up to fail. A good example was a very tragic one. It was in the news a couple of weeks back. It's on my Facebook page, of a young child. I believe he was 3. The family dog was asleep. It was old. It was sore. He toddled over. I don't know whether he jumped on it or fell on it, and the dog woke up snapping, got the child's face. Child wound up in hospital with reconstructive surgery. Dog was euthanized. Should never have happened. Tragic all round.
That is the worst case scenario.
It is.
And no one wants that to happen.
Exactly.
And not only that, you know, it's your child, but it's also your beloved pet who is a family member.
It's a member of your family.
Yeah.
That's right.
So tell us, first of all, what is biting? Like, what is it? Is it a nip or is it an actual, what is it?
It can be anything from a small grab to literally crushing a hand or tearing out a throat, as they used to do in the wild. And I have seen done.
Okay, so it really can go to that extreme, as we've learnt. And why do dogs bite?
It's their last resort. Dogs will naturally flight, then they'll freeze. If neither of those are available, then they'll fight. That's why so many dogs are not happy on a lead.
Okay.
They can't flight. They're attached. Freezing isn't doing anything. Their owner isn't standing up and making them feel comfortable, so they fight. And that can be anything from backing away, and people still come in their face, growling. It can be turning the head. I'm not looking, and yawning. I'm stressed. Leave me alone. They're trying to block you out.
Okay, so they are, in that essence, communicating to us.
Absolutely, but people are not aware.
We're not aware. We're not picking up on it. We're not probably looking for those signs.
And people don't want to see it. Because it's much easier to say, oh, the dog's there to look after the kids, than have to go, I have to supervise my children with my dog at all times.
So in essence, what you're saying, the way we set ourselves up to fail is by not being fully aware, not supervising.
And not being proactive and not thinking ahead. If I do this, what will happen? Another good example is people tying their dogs up and leaving them unsupervised outside milk bars, cafes, whatever. They go in to get a coffee. Someone can not only steal your dog, but they can kick your dog, step on its foot. If it bites, you don't know what happened. You weren't there.
You weren't there. And you do
can't
see it all the
protect
time,
you
don't
can't protect your dog if you're not there.
Yeah. So, solutions. What is your best tips, your best solutions? We've kind of already covered it, but if we can just go over that again.
Respect your dog. Respect the fact that, like people, not everyone wants to talk to everyone every day. Every time the dog goes out, it doesn't necessarily want to be patted. Ask. Patting someone else's dog is not a right. It's a privilege. And don't barge up to the dog. Call the dog to ask the human first. If they say yes, put your hand down. Don't come over the top. And see if the dog wants to come to you.
So just go like
Yeah,
that?
call him up.
Yeah.
Call him.
Serkan? Serkan? Hey.
Now, see, Serkan's happy to come up and have a pat.
Hi. I'm so happy about that.
But if he had chosen not to come to you,
Yeah.
walk away.
So just leave it. Don't push
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and-
Respect the dog's choices.
Okay, so some great solutions there. And look, hopefully it wouldn't get to this, but if there were to be a dog bite, your dog bit somebody or someone in your family, immediate family, what would you do?
Dog to the vet.
Yep.
You don't know whether it's pain-based. You need to know that.
Okay, straight to the vet it is.
Straight to the vet.
Emergency
Yeah.
vet. All right, thank you so much, Caroline. It's been great having you today.
Thank you.
Caroline, if we were to get in contact with you, where would we contact?
Caroline-Pope.com or Facebook is Animal Communicator, CST and NES Therapist. Just look for the little cartoon dog, cat and horse logo.
Thanks again, Caroline.
Thank you.
Until next time, guys, stay positive.